When you're fabricating a wall, remember to staple into the furring strips along the edges that you've already nailed in. Be sure you pull it nice and tight, the fabric, and then when you're all finished, you take a sharp razor blade and you cut off the excess along the molding, both top and bottom. And lastly, be sure you put some cording along the edge to cover up your staples. Well, that's it. I can hardly believe it's finished. It's taken 1 week. But you know, it looks pretty good. My father always did say a little bit of paint and fabric sure make a difference. Patrick! Come up here! I sure hope he likes yellow. I don't believe this. Where they put a spark plug. If I ever meet Henry Ford, I'm sure going to give him a piece of my mind. Oh, gracious. What do you think, Friday? You think I can do this? Change a spark plug, get it out? Now, the man at the store said that if it wasn't too bad, I could clean it myself, and he gave me an old one, which mine's not as bad as the old one, that's for sure. Let's see what I can do in this book. Called a Auto Book for Dummies. Let's see. If you have a spark plug that's wet, black, oily deposits, no, this is not that bad. Black, dry, fluffy soot on insulator tip and electrodes, no. Brown or grayish tan, that's me. Brown or grayish tan deposits on side of electrode. Everything is fine, just clean and re-gap the plug. Yeah, good. A little bit of gum out on a piece of cloth. Clean the tip of the spark plug. That's it. That's not too hard. That gum out is a pretty good product. Fella at the garage said that you could use gum out even in your gasoline tank to clean it. And then you have to take a file and file in between the top of the spark plug and the tip to get all the dirt off. Oh yeah, it works all right. Once you get all the dirt and you really clean it, it takes a while, but you can certainly do it yourself. You get it all cleaned off, then you measure the gap, and my gap, let's see, told me it was a 0.25. You have to hit the top down on the edge of the car.
Yeah, Dave.
Pat, I have to talk to you.
I can't hear you. Open the window.
Pat, I put an application in for an auto loan and they rejected me. Take a look at that.
Well, Dave, I've been telling you to pay your bills on time.
Come on now, Pat, this is serious.
Okay, come on in. We'll talk about it.
Bills? There should be no reason why I was turned down on this here.
Okay. Look, this is an aggravating situation.
Aggravating?
But let me ask you a question first. Do you pay your bills on time?
Of course I pay my bills. I pay my mortgage, my taxes. I pay everything.
I had to ask you because this is the kind of grist that goes into the computer, and you know, it can be a problem.
There ought to be a law.
Excuse me a second. Hello? She's not in right now. Can I take a message? Yes. Okay, bye-bye.
I was just saying that there ought to be a law about this.
Well, there is, as a matter of fact. It's a recently passed law, and it's the kind of thing that I hope will prevent this kind of thing from happening. And what you do is you have to write a letter to the credit bureau to get your record. And when you get your record back, we'll sit down and straighten it out.
Does an attorney have to write the letter, or do I just do it by myself?
It's cheaper if you do it yourself, and it's just as effective.
Well, then who notifies my bank? Who says, hey, don't give this guy a loan?
After we straighten this out, the credit bureau will notify the bank, and the bank will then give you your loan. But to put your mind at ease, I'll invite my friend Dave McClure, who's an expert in this kind of thing, over, and if you stop by, I think we can get you some good advice. It's not really the kind of thing that you should be too upset about, but it is irritating.
I feel better.
Well, I'm glad. Least you can do is buy me a beer for this.
You got it, Pat. Thanks very much.
Take it easy, Dave.
You've seen enough to know that this show, like all our Columbus Alive programs, is different. Someday, it's not going to be so extraordinary to have this kind of communication with viewers. But right now, it's downright revolutionary. Warner Cable wants to form a partnership with you in communication.